Right, hello. It's another video. We're going to look at the some colocasias, the giants of the colocasia world, if you like. So, well, in theory, this is not a colocasia; it's a lutecasia, which is a cross between I think it's a natural occurring cross between colocasia and alocasia. So, you might often hear these called colocasia Thailand giant. I think they have been classified as a lutecasia. But so this went in the ground 2 days ago. Doesn't look like much at the moment. The leaf is about the size of my hand. This leaf is on its way out. It's now pushing a new leaf there. So I couldn't get hold of these last year, but a year before I grew one, pretty much the same spot here, and the leaf was massive. It was over, I don't know, must have been 3.5 foot long, nearly as wide. Looked really impressive. So yeah, that is lutecasia Thailand giant. This is actually the variant loss something or other, which is even supposed to be even bigger, but we'll see. So yeah, that's going to sort of come up between these two purples, the persicaria and the cordyline, and give you a nice light green pop, because the bananas are being a bit slow this year. There is a new leaf starting to uncurl now the heat's kicking in. Yeah, so that is the first of the giants. And panning around, there's a few pots in the border there, plants I haven't got around to planting yet, or decided where to plant. So this is a colocasia. It's a variant on the escalente. This is a colocasia Jack's giant. So it's a different colour and shaped leaf to the lutecasia. So these are, like I say, they're basically colocasia escalente, but the giant form. And they, to be honest, they've never got that big for me. I mean, this is a plant I overwintered from last year. Struggled to overwinter. So I thought it was time to go in the ground. So again, you can see one leaf is on its way out. This leaf never looked that healthy to start with, but because I was growing it indoors. So I'm hopefully in a week or two gets its roots in and starts pushing. Obviously with colocasias you've got this part down the bottom of the stem where each leaf will come out the last leaf, if you like. So yeah, that's the bit to look for. So I have got another Jack's giant which looks even worse than that. I'll show you. I've got it in a pot over here which I haven't got around to planting yet. So this one has been in a greenhouse all winter, sort of barely surviving, but since the temperatures have warmed up I've got a bad case of spider mites. So in a greenhouse environment, you know, they're going to thrive because it's dry and hot. I don't know if you'll pick up on camera, but you still see a bit of webbing on the leaf. I have sprayed this, and I've got it outside now just to you know, with the more humid conditions, and obviously spider mites thrive in heat and dry, so you get the outdoor conditions with natural predators as well. That's going to solve the problem naturally, hopefully. So yeah, like I say, these two leaves not looking good. This new leaf's not looking particularly good. It's got a bit of colour. But I'm pretty sure once I get that in the ground and the days progressively get warmer, then we'll get some good growth out of that as well. So while we're on colocaceas, I have planted up a couple in the ground over here. This is the bridging bed, if you like, between the palm tree there and the palm island here. So I thought I'd do a bed in between, sort of join them up as it were. So I've got some colocaceas at the front of this. Obviously between, sort of impatiens in between each one there, New Guinea. And I think these ones are, again, got hit by the spider mites. Actually the new leaf is not looking too bad. Looking better anyway. So this is a burgundy stem. And I've got another burgundy stem over that side, smaller one. In the middle here, believe it or not, this is just a Morrison's brought tuber. They sell them as eddos, which you sometimes see in the supermarkets. I use them in Asian cooking for a substitute for potato, very starchy. And I bought a load of them. I see them in Morrison's last year. I think they're about 33 pence each or something, so I got half a dozen, and yeah, seem to be quite nothing special, but they're ornamental enough. They seem to have like a purple spot in the centre. See, this leaf's been eaten a bit actually, the more's been eating that. But yeah, sort of quite a long stem on these ones. Again, if you look closely, a lot of the leaf shapes are different. Like with this burgundy stem, it tends to be a bit more pointed on the ears, and quite pointed actually at the other end, where these ones are definitely more rounded either end. And a side note, we'll look at the pink chinas, which have been left in the ground all winter. Excuse the dodgy looking Livingstone chinensis that's got hit by the frosts, but there is a new frond coming out. Anyway, so this is the pink china. So we've got a small one coming out here, small cluster here, several plants here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, cluster of 5 there. I think they're sent out. They do run, and there's a little one come up this side here, and actually what I've just noticed here as well. So yeah, you put them somewhere, they will run and spread, but it's not a bad thing. You can always lift them and move them where you want them. And finally, we've got some colocasia escalente, which is like the standard colocasia which most things are bred from. This has been in the ground all winter. I just had a cloche over it, just so it didn't get the worst. The whole bed was covered over, to be fair, and then once I uncovered the centre bed, I just put a cloche over it while we had the frosts. So that's looking like a nice healthy little plant coming out, so it survived the winter. I have got one round the other side as well. Not quite as far as long. He's not kicked out any leaves as yet, but there's a good cluster of shoots. So again, in the ground, I do tend to lift most of them, but this, like I said, this bed was covered up, and I've had them come back in the past. I used to have this centre bed used to be a banana island, but I got fed up with the winds keep shredding them in the middle of the garden here. It just looked a bit messy, so I put the power gerbauer there instead. But yeah, I used to have colocacias all round, mixed in with the bananas, and a lot of them came back every year, no problem. A little bit of mulch. Right, so that's it for the colocacias for now, and then let's just have one last look at the Thai giant, because I'm hoping in a few weeks it's going to look a lot more impressive. So again, leaf about the size of my hand. So we'll watch that over the next few months and see what happens. Right, thanks for watching.